For those of you who didn't see last week and are wondering why my hair's blonde, have a butcher's at this, right? We raised about £1,000 for some PPE which was going to be donated to care homes for people who are doing some serious work in dangerous conditions and don't have the clothes to protect themselves. So that went through Pilgrim Bandits. It was good fun. I think you'll agree. Have a butcher's. Part 2 of the operation. I'm going to get this off my hair now. Right, so I'm going under you.
Yeah.
Go on then. Okay, so there we go. That's the colour it's going to be for now. Sue's going to work on it now. She's going to try and get it into a half decent shape. We're going to have the Mohican going down the middle. It's going to end in a point at the back, and the sides we're going to leave enough hair on there so I can put a tribute in for the NHS. Oh, what are you putting in now?
Wax.
Thank you everyone if you've donated.
Yeah, thanks for donating.
Everyone who's donated, well done.
Thanks very much. Come in, Sue. Take a bow. There you go. Take a bow with Sue. There you go. That's the lady who's done it. All right. There we go.
There we go.
Nice one. Happy days. All right. Before we move on to my next piece, I want to be very clear about this. I don't condone violence in any way, shape or form. The stuff I'm going to show you now is the last-ditch, life-saving emergency reactions that you might be able to take in the event of something heinous happening to yourself or others. Like I said, it's better to get yourself out of the way than to ever have to employ any of the skills I'm going to show you here. This is not a license to do what you want. This is just me saying what you could do if you got in severe trouble. I've had loads and loads of requests to do some fighting skills and a bit of self-defence and all that sort of stuff, right? I am no martial artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I've had a few tear-ups in my time, and I do understand how sometimes you can use violence to get you out of a situation. What I intend to do today then is show you just a few little tips, okay, that give you minimum effort for maximum damage, alright? Now that all sounds really good when it's a bloke who's 24 stone like I am at the moment, alright? So I brought Wendy along with me today, and Wendy's going to do a few things with me, just to show you that stuff's possible. The other thing I want to do is utilise things that are carried on the everyday person. Now it's no good. The chances are of me getting in a real tear-up whilst I'm dressed in my gym kit, that ain't going to happen. So I've asked Wendy to come along in a similar sort of gear as she'd go shopping in or she'd go out for a few beers in. Because that's when she's going to get in trouble. She's not going to get in trouble in here. So all the stuff she'd normally have in her handbag is in there. All the stuff that she'd normally have on her person is on her. The shoes are different and all that sort of game. Now, some of this stuff's advantageous. Some of it's a pain in the ass. But if you understand what you're wearing and what you've got, when a push becomes a shove, you've got that much more chance of getting yourself out of trouble. Let's have a butcher's inside Wendy's handbag. Forbidden fruit for me, and I'm going to go in there at my own risk. But we'll have a butcher's anyway. Right, Wendy, come and give us your handbag. Say hello, Wendy.
Hi.
Right, Wendy's here. Right, I want to go through your handbag. Right, you probably won't want to watch me do this, but I'm going to go through your handbag, and we're just going to have a look at a few things. What we noticed straight away about the handbag then, all right, what a great piece of kit that is, all right? That's automatically something that can block and defend me. I can swing it. Boom, all right? I'm giving myself distance between me and the assailant, all right? If the assailant was attacking somebody else, over it goes, pull them off, all right? Now we can see where we're going, can't we? So I get excited just looking at the bag for different reasons for what Wendy probably gets excited looking at the bag for, all right? Okay, so there we go. Loads we can do with a bag, but let's have a butcher's at what's in it. I've been wanting to do this for years. Right, packet of fags. Well, they'll come into play after the incident because you'll have the old nerves on, won't they? All right, so they're straight in. We can do something with those. Hand sanitizer. Everybody's got hand sanitizers on them nowadays. Obvious one with that straight away in the eyes. In it goes. All right. If you can only get to that, if you're cornered, you're on the back foot, and you can get your hand in, up it comes. Straight in it. That stuff hurts in the eyes, I'm telling you. Remember, violence is always your last option. And if you choose the route of combat, it might very well be the last thing you do. So pick it very carefully, all right? Okay, right, I'm going to send Wendy off to get herself ready for a night out, all right? And I'm going to carry on going through her bag. Okay, so we've seen the hand gel. In the same thing as that, oh, there you go, she's got a lighter. Straight away with this lighter, I've got something I can jab into soft bits, haven't I? Okay, so if it's all you can get hold of, you can get it into your fist, all right? You've got something there straight away which you can throw into people. You can pinch and hold skin with that as well, okay? Great little bit of kit. If you've got nothing else, you'd be thankful for it. Silly little things. These earrings. Probably a backup for a backup, knowing Wendy. But if you could get them into your hands, imagine getting that scraped in the side of your face. That is going to hurt. That's going to put a gash in the side of your face, all right? More than any fingernail could do. So if I could get my hand in my bag, bring it out again, bang, well, I'm getting, oof, in it comes. Great bit of kit, all right? It's just metal, but I guarantee if I snap that up, I'll have another sharp edge. Again, I'm scraping, I'm sticking it into jugulars, I'm putting it into eyeballs, I'm putting it into all the places that hurt. Remember, what you need to do is create maximum damage with minimum effort. And the sharper and more honking it is, the softer and more malleable part of the body you want to look for to put it into. It's great, isn't it? Okay, so that's the first part of Wendy's bag open. Let's have a butcher's. Oh, look at that, look. Look at that, that's some sort of smellies, isn't it? There you go. Oh, nice. Again, in the hand, boom. Rather than just a slap now, imagine getting that in the side of the face. Up underneath the chin, top of the head. You're getting the picture, aren't you? You could be really nasty with that. There are butchers. Let's go deeper into the bag. Oh. Now what does that remind you of straight away? From the martial arts world? It's a Kubaton, isn't it? Probably not as strong as a Kubaton, but it's still fairly firm. I'm going to show you how to apply a Kubaton in a minute, and I'm going to get Wendy to apply a Kubaton on me, and I'll do exactly what she says, for the first time ever. There you go, we'll put that to one side. Okay, we've got the phone then. Everyone's got a phone nowadays. Batteries, spare batteries, all the rest of the stuff, do you know what I mean? Backup for it, your charger. You need all that sort of stuff on you nowadays, and your phone is a massively important part of your everyday carry. So there you go, there's the phone. Haven't women got some minging, horrible combs? All right? This one here being another example. Into the eyeballs, down the side of the face, drag down the chest, into the back. You know the sort of stuff. Imagine if I get my arms around you, I can pull that in. And that's a horrible stinking bit of kit. The same with the hairbrush. The same with the hairbrush. There you go. I've got a Kubaton there, haven't I? So I can use that as a Kubaton. Again, I'll show you that in a minute. But even the brush part of it, across the eyeballs. Alright? Nasty, horrible, sharp bits, looking for soft bits. It works. It really does. And if it's all you've got, it's better than a slap or a punch if you haven't got a particularly hard slap or punch. It enhances it. There's our butchers. What else have we got in here? Loads of stupid Kubaton type things. I mean, all these little things, they can all be used as a Kubaton. And we're going to show you in a minute exactly what I mean. And Wendy's going to demonstrate it perfectly. Right, let's have a butchers. What else have we got in here? I mean, there's loads of bits and pieces here. The reading glasses. All right, again, that's glass. Broken. I'm putting that into your jugular. You ain't surviving that if I get hold of you, all right? That is hurtful, that is horrible, that is honking. Sharp instruments, soft, malleable parts of the body. Eyeballs, neck, stomach. The other bits that really hurt are the bony bits. Cut across, oh, I'm telling you. Horrible. There we go. What else have we got? What else have we got? A load of credit cards, Wendy. I didn't see all them. Where did you get them from? Oh, dear me. There we go, we've got the purse here. Again, with the purse. That's your ticket out. There you go, Phil. I'll leave you alone now anyway. But again, alright, if you could slap and smash with somebody, perhaps block or parry, not particularly that useful, that. And there we are, that's pretty much what we've got in Wendy's bag. In you come, Wendy. Right, as you can see straight away, she's dressed as if she was going out to the shops perhaps, or a night out, or a restaurant, or whatever. But the point being, this is more likely how she's going to be cutting around the street than dressed as I am. Given, right? Okay, let's go straight away then, let's have a butcher's. Glasses, alright? Straight away you can see there, 2 great big chunks of glass and a load of plastic that have snapped will give me blades, cutting edges and stuff that again can go into all the nice crevices and eyeballs, socket, you know where I'm coming from. Right. Earrings again. As I mentioned, she's got spare ones in here, she's got some on her head. Scarf. 100 connotations with that, as I've said before. Alright. I can use it to pull people off. Okay. I can wrap that round my hand for if I do manage to get a piece of glass in my hand, it'll protect my hand when I'm using it to slash you up. Alright? Okay, so we've got that. I'll let you take it off because it's massively hot outside. The jacket itself then. The jacket itself, if you were breaking up a fight or something like that, can go over, can pull. If you were trying to save your kids, you're going in. If I can give you something at the back of your mind that will help you, you'll be able to do it more efficiently. Okay? So we've got the jacket. Where else have we got? Straight away, immediately springs to mind. The belt's in there. Again, after the thing's finished or you've knocked someone out, you don't want them coming to, wriggling free, and giving you the same treatment from the start again, alright? So what you want to do is restrain them. Belts, scarves, jackets, anything for the restraint of a person, and we can show you a bit of restraining people after this, alright, is a help. In the case of making a citizen's arrest or something like that, or waiting for the police to turn up, if you can keep them subdued, if you can keep them from wriggling about and feel safe, then you're onto a winner, aren't you, straight away. Okay, the other major advantage that Wendy's got right now, okay, and we're going to do lots of stuff with this, is have her butchers down at those bloody things, alright? Have her butchers down at her shoes. There, straight away. The heel. Now, they reckon an average sized woman can put down, if she lays on her heel completely, can put down about 3/4 of a tonne's worth of pressure. If you're stood on someone's toe, if you're taking from behind, if you're dragging that heel down someone's shin, alright, it's taking skin, it's hurting. Brought up, obviously, you've got quite a sturdy toe there, it's going to do damage. We're looking for things like shins, we're looking for things like the obvious, aren't we, okay? So, the stiletto heel, absolutely phenomenal piece of kit for getting yourself out of trouble. Okay? In he goes, there he goes, he's off, he's done, oh. That's it. Alright, I have to go with.
Yeah.
It's horrendous. I'm vouched for the fact that that genuinely hurts. I'm not faking that. She's taking me down. She's just turning my hand down. Alright? Right, so that's the basic G-clamp movement on the Kubaton, okay? And it's designed to get control of a limb. So what we're going to do now is we're going to combine that with the other stuff we've been talking about, i.e. Wendy's stiletto heel and her boot. Once she's got me down, the idea then is to control me. There's no point in putting somebody down who's going to get straight back up again. So once I'm down, she needs to then disable. And that's what she's going to show you now. She's going to put a series of kicks and chops with those horrible boots on, which are going to show you exactly how quickly you would disable somebody. Let's have a closer look at the Kubaton. It's a G-clamp, we call it. And basically you're using the thumbs for one side and the Kubaton for the other. Wendy's going to show us now exactly how it goes on. There we go, it's on. Now, when it goes on, this part of the bone is exposed. That is where the pain is. If you put it on the soft bit, it won't be as bad. You have to get it on, and a rough guide is from the thumb along the arm. That's where your bone goes, all right? That's the bit that really, really hurts, okay? Once she's got that on, if she walks and moves and takes me off balance, I'm going with. I have no choice but to go with, okay? That really, really hurts. A good friend of mine once said to me that the only true form of restraint is death. And that makes sense in a way, all right? Because once you're dead, you're not fighting anymore, are you? Now, unconsciousness is the next step from that. And to get somebody into that state can be quite difficult, all right? I don't advocate knocking people out, but if it came between life and death, then sometimes you might just find yourself in a position where you have to use that level of violence to get yourself away. Now, in this position then, I'm on the floor. I've been taken down with a Kubaton, perhaps I was taken down by a series of people. Again, Wendy now, I'm exposed to some severe weapons of Wendy's choosing, all right? an extremely hard toe cap, all right? Sometimes even more pointed than that. And obviously the heel. If she wants to control me now, it's going to come down to stamping, kicking. You could probably hold a man's hand for quite some time while other people move in to restrain. You might not be able to do this on your own, but if you're cornered and you can't get out of the way, then those are the options and the sort of things that are available to you until you can get yourself out of the way. The argument with the Kubaton is that, oh, it was in my handbag. I'll never get to that if you get hold of me. And that is quite a fair argument on its own. All right? That said, if you are on your own, if you do feel vulnerable, remove the piece of kit that might be of use to you and put it somewhere where you can get it, into a pocket, up your sleeve, and that way it's at hand should the worst ever happen. Now, as I've said before, you can't patrol round life. It just isn't practical. And you have to apply these rules as and when you feel that things are going beyond your control. So let's see Wendy now with the Kubaton somewhere that's accessible, and I'm going to come from behind and get hold of her, and she's going to show you a couple of methods of getting me off. Bearing in mind the shoes she's wearing and the fact that now she's ramped things up and put the Kubaton where she can reach it. Let's just go with one grab, a straight all the way round, come here type grab. Boom. Put the Kubaton straight away, the heels are already working, all right, and she's on. All right, she's on me, okay, and she knows now, if she pulls on that, I'm going down, all right? Okay, but bearing in mind now, I've had a heel in my shin, a heel in the top of my foot. She's made a right mess of it already for me, all right? I just want to get out of here, seriously. So this week, that was the tip of the iceberg as far as self-defense, stroke female self-defense goes. There are a million different scenarios. There are a million different configurations of your bag. There's a million different bags, according to Wendy. She's got most of them, all right? Now, the important thing to say to you here is, it's imperative that you don't just do nothing if you're attacked. If you do nothing, you're going down. You need to do something. It needs to be swift, and it needs to cause maximum damage for minimum effort, using the sharpest, most heinous, honking pieces of stuff that you can find lying around you into the softest, nicest, cuddliest parts of the assailant.